Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I got a bunch of shark movie reviews. As you know, that the movie Sharknado 5 premiered last night on SyFy. And Saturday night, I stayed up all night watching shark movies. I missed a few. I didn't know that. I forgot they were showing shark movies all this week. I know Tony sent me something on Twitter, and I don't usually check my Twitter out about stuff. They have Sharknado Week. They have Shark Week on Discovery Shark. I forgot about that with all the new shark movies. I saw some Empire of the Sharks. I remember seeing a side of Empire Sharks was really bad. And then they had then they had Sharknado 3 that I already seen, so I didn't watch that. And then there was like three in a row, late night Saturday night till like from 12 to 6 in the morning. So I stayed up all night watching them. And I got some reviews for you coming up throughout the week. And the first one at 12 o'clock was, and these are all brand new ones, 12 o'clock was Toxic Shark. I remember Tony sent me a trailer for that earlier on. He says, I don't know, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. He couldn't watch it, But he saw the trailer for it. And he made me a cool thumbnail. And what this is about, this is kind of like a cross between, I'm not going to say Jaws, because Jaws is awesome. It's kind of like Spring Break Shark Attack meets Cabin Fever meets 21 Days Later. And basically, first of all, it's from, let me go check. It's some company called Active, I think. Let me see. Go look. Let's see, Toxic Shark. I believe it's from, it's not from the Asylum this time, if I'm not mistaken. Said your vacation really bites. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's from another company. It's not from the Asylum. That's what I thought. It's actually, as far as the movie itself, it looks like it's filmed competently, much better than Empire of the Sharks was. And basically, it's like a place for singles. It's like on this island. I think it said Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. And they have all these exercises for like men and women to hook up, and usually it's like in their 20s, early 20s. And this one guy said that he's so glad to get away from this one guy, and this girl said that she's so glad to get away with it. And then they meet on there, and they were bickering back and forth, and the bickering was pretty funny. And basically, on this island, there's like this shark with like this weird horn device a little further back in its head that shoots out like this green slime acid stuff that's filled with arsenic, I guess. And let me look up something. Let me see. And basically, he usually shoots that stuff on you, then he attacks you. Arsenic flammable. Okay. Someone said something about arsenic on there. And basically, if you get exposed, if you get scratched or something like that, you'll come down with like this weird fever, like cabin fever, like an open sore, and start to get really, really sick, and then delusional, and then you start to bite somebody, and then you end up turning to like a zombie. And it's really, that thing about the zombie thing starts to get more explored a little later in the movie. And then there's a lot of scenes with kids sick in the room, which is like cabin fever. And then there's a whole outbreak of zombie. It's really, it's not very good, but I mean, it's far better than, it actually gets really silly the further you get into the film. And there is some logic behind the thing about getting sick and getting illnesses and diseases and from sea life and stuff. If you remember, I remember Tom Hanks was talking about on Dave Letterman from the movie Castaway, which is far better than this. He fell down and he cut himself really bad on the leg for the coral reef. Yeah, with coral reef. And what happened was he started to get like this black. It's like a black filled with his veins, like black vein thing going all the way to his heart. So he went to doctors. They had it treated. Well, that horrible video, if you remember that sad video of that little girl that get dragged under the water by that seal. I think they showed all the time. I think most people have seen it. And she gets taken up and then dragged down. And then her uncle goes in to save her uncle, her grandfather goes in to save her. And they said that they wanted to find out where she was because they needed to give her shots of antibiotics because the seals have like this black stuff all over their teeth that if bitten and stuff like that, you can get a real bad infection and it's really deadly bacteria and stuff like that. Thankfully, they found her and they gave her some shots and she's okay now. And I'm glad that all turned out. But I mean, there is possibility of getting sick from something like that, you know. And, I mean, the movie itself is okay. It gets really silly after about the first hour or so. Well, it was silly anyways. The CGI is not very good. I think it's interesting enough, but it gets really bad towards the last hour. I give this a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It's okay. Much better than Empire of the Sharks. So I hope you like this video. Sully, thank you, Tony, for sending me the really cool thumbnail. I really appreciate that. Until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.